What up, everyone? This is Frank from Waves Movement, and here we're starting off a new interview series called Bored as Fuck, where we try tripping out artists while I can win in all these games here that we're going to be playing with them, coming out with some interesting questions, something that we're going to bring something new to the city. This week on Bored as Fuck, we got...
What's up, y'all? It's 7098, and I'm going to be the one this week on Bored as Fuck, and I know he was saying stuff about winning all the games, but that's not really my style, so we're going to see what happens on Bored as Fuck this week.
Stay tuned to see a lot more come from us.
San Antonio is back on top.
It'll all be over. It'll all be over.
What up, everyone? This is Frank from the Waves Movement. Here we got 798.
What's the deal, y'all?
Prestigious artist out here, lyricist, man of many talents.
Thank you, brother.
And today we are actually featuring you on our new series.
Okay.
Now the series here is going to be called Bored as Fuck.
Okay.
Basically, because we're going to be playing some board games.
Right.
Now I know you don't know what today's board game is. Since this will be the first episode, we thought to start a little bit, simple, a little bit precise, but also to a game that I know that we're very competitive to play.
Right.
So you did guess before we got here,
Yeah.
but I'm sure you're going to be a little bit surprised once you see it too. But the game we will be playing today,
It's Connect.
Connect.
4. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This is my vibe, though. I feel like this game fits my style. Like it's simple, but it's complex. You know what I mean? I really don't try to do too much, so I think Connect 4 is perfect.
oh yeah, and I already know this is going to be one of the best experiences here. And like I said, you're the first artist on the actual series, so we can only expect this the greatest.
Yeah, I'm excited.
yes.
Yeah, let's get it.
Now, you being the guest, I am going to let you choose the color.
Okay. It's red first, right?
Yeah.
It goes first. I want to be red.
Okay, then
Yeah, for sure.
you are red, sir.
For sure, want to be red.
And the way we're going to do this is we won't actually start until the questions keep going.
All right.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. So, I want to say that I actually practiced before this, but I did not. So.
It's all good. I don't even know how you practice. You just got to play people.
Yeah, or, I mean... when's the last time you played Connect 4?
Not that long ago, actually. I think we played at South by Southwest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I wasn't really locked in like that, so yeah.
Last time I played was the basketball Connect 4 they have at Dave & Buster's.
Oh, I have played that. Yeah, that's I'm undefeated in that game.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm undefeated in that game.
For season 2, we're gonna have to. Go
Yeah. If you ever have a hooping episode, you need to, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's my thing right there.
Oh yes, no, for sure, sir. So we'll get everything going right now.
Okay.
Looks like we got our pieces and everything here.
All right.
So to go ahead and get started with, I know that you recently just got off South by Southwest. I know that was back in March. You've been taking a not a hiatus, but you've been just enjoying yourself, enjoying life the way it is.
Yeah.
But stampeding through Austin streets, through 6th Street. If I'm not mistaken, you said that you did 9 shows in 4 days.
9 or 10, yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's
So-
definitely different.
Yeah, and you also said 20 people that with you the whole entire time,
That's a fact.
and every place, and I'm personally too, because I was at some of them.
Yeah.
They were all packed out.
Mm-hmm.
What was the experience? What was the experience like? What were some of the things that you enjoyed? And if you had to say one highlight, what would you say?
Okay, so it's my go.
Yeah.
So the biggest highlight I'll probably say was definitely the biggest highlight was the mic turned off on one of the shows, and I rapped the whole song without the mic, and that we got the footage of that, so that was crazy. But the craziest experience throughout the thing, I think it was just doing all those shows back to back. It was some days where I would cause I don't save energy when I'm on stage. Like I'm finna act like this is my last show every time I go out there. So I'm out there, and of course I run out. The mic turns off, so I'm still rapping at the same volume. Everybody can hear me though, so it wasn't like a big deal. But it's just like that was my first time experiencing something like that. But like doing these shows, doing one and then going to another venue and using that same energy again, then going to another venue and using that same energy again, and like coming back home, because we stayed in San Antonio. Like we would drive to Austin every day.
Damn.
I'm the first one up every day, the last one sleep. It was crazy. It was definitely different. It wasn't, I know tours don't feel like that. It was a little bit more hectic than a tour, but it was fun though. I love performance, so any chance I get to actually perform, I'm gonna jump at it. So I would never change anything that happened. It was just a lot.
Yeah, and then you weren't an official artist, but you made it feel like you were official.
I was an official artist
Yeah.
in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we went out there and did what we were supposed to do.
I think you had more fun than an actual official
Yeah,
artist.
no, I definitely did. I don't mean to cut you off or nothing, but Connect Four.
See, that was good. See, but I mean that's how it goes.
But
Yeah.
I had a blast, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
First win.
But I learned a lot though, cause I didn't learn anything about saving energy, because I don't think I will ever do that. Like I feel like all of those shows had different demographics, and these are all people that might not see me again for a while. So I'm not I kind of took that Michael Jordan aspect of like Michael Jordan, Kobe, like these people might not see you again. You know what I mean? So when I go out there, even though if they didn't pay for the show, if it's a free show, I'm finna give them a show that they're gonna remember, because that kind of stuff matters in the long run. Like I remember artists that I seen early on that didn't save any of their energy and went crazy on stage. Like it's a lot of people I can name, but before I even wanted to be an artist, that kind of stuff stood out to me, because it made me feel like this dude loves what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like that's super inspiring to me. So I just want to do that same thing for people. But South by Southwest, this was my first time actually going as an artist to perform, and it's something I'm gonna remember for a long time. But I'm definitely probably gonna change the way we schedule this next year, because 9 shows in a few days is crazy. But it was worth it, you know what I mean? At least for this time.
Oh yeah, no, of course. I mean, like I said, we saw the footage. We saw a lot of the photos that you did take, and a lot of the recaps that you did mention.
Yeah.
So seeing it, and then like I said, even being there at some of the shows, like it was definitely crazy to see.
The show where the mic turned off though, I felt like I had like a I don't know, that felt like a moment to me. Like it was something that definitely, because I could have stopped rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I put the mic down and rapped the song Fuck All That off Until Next Time, which is an up-tempo song with no mic. It's pretty loud. I enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed that.
Yeah, and then I think at the You Made For It, you had Colton Valentine do.
That's my boy. Shout Colton.
Yeah, he did the spray paint portrait.
Yeah.
Now I have to ask, did he let you keep that?
I actually have to go get it from him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cause I move around a lot, so he did tell me that he has it for me. I just have to go get it. I haven't got it yet. But yes, he did say I can have it.
Okay.
He did say I can have it, but he told me if I keep it, I have to hang it up.
Okay.
So I just have to find a space for it. But bro did tell me I can have it. That's my boy though. Shout out Colton for real.
Do you already know where you're gonna hang it?
No. Only because I have an office space for stuff like that, but that's a big portrait. Like it's very big. It's probably taller than me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna find somewhere for it.
Yeah, like I said, when I saw it, I was like, damn, I don't know where he's gonna put this, but this is definitely one of the best things I've seen. So, and like I said, it was from right outside one of your performances.
Exactly.
Even crazier.
He called me about it a few days prior. Oh man, I'm in a bit of a pickle here. But I'm also I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I'm gonna go out like a G dog.
Can I pour?
Dang it, because I could have won if I'm thinking about myself. That's what happens when you become selfish as a person, you know what I mean? But yeah, what all did y'all have going on at South by?
Oh man, we had a lot of like just media stuff.
Yeah.
As soon as we landed, my emails were just blowing up with just be here if you want to see this, be here if you want to see this. And there were a lot of missed opportunities just because, like, I mean, we woke up at 8 a.m. We spent maybe till 3 a.m. just editing photos and then putting what we could right then and there, like on our social media.
Right.
So we definitely appreciate everyone being so patient, you know, with all the stuff that we got.
South by is crazy.
It was
so much going on that I didn't even get to be a part of just because we were moving around so much. You can go first, you won.
Okay.
But I enjoyed it. I was very tired the next few weeks after that. Just because we were like, even after the shows, we walk around till like 2 in the morning, bruh. That's South by is definitely a vibe though. You gotta, if you haven't been to South by Southwest, you have to go.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And it was like the first time we became like official media. So
Really?
yeah, so
That's a blessing.
yeah. So it was something where I remember before just going out there all the time, waiting in lines.
Yeah.
And this time, showing past, like, oh yeah, just just come right to the front. I was like, you sure?
Yeah, that's how I felt walking into some of these things. I'm like, wait, like, I don't have to do nothing. Like, no, you good. Like, you good. I'm like, dang, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. No, those are the best moments. Just to know like you're in the right track, you're heading in the right spot. So.
Yeah, definitely.
But after South by Southwest, like we did talk about, you took a little bit of brief time, personal life. What have you been dealing with?
It's crazy because that's why I started laughing when you said that in the beginning, because I actually haven't, like, to be honest with you, before South by Southwest and after, I've been recording like a madman. But I'm very focused on what we have coming up next. I don't really want to speak too much on it now, but I'm working on something right now musically. I have a lot of drop the chip, but I have a lot of music that I'm working on right now. And I have a lot of other stuff that I'm working on. But wow, yeah. But yeah. So I'm trying to what I'm trying to do is just make sure that everything is making sense on my end. So before South by Southwest, I actually had to drive back to San Antonio because I was recording, and then after South by Southwest, I had to leave because I've been recording. But that's why. But anytime I take any break from anything, I don't feel like I haven't done anything. I haven't done enough for me to enjoy a break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Personally, like I take like days and stuff like that when I'm chilling with my people. But that's the thing that I want people to understand. Because if I'm taking a break, I'm not taking a break. I'm working. You know what I mean? But I have been I've been locked in. We've been making a lot of music. Me, Cub Scout, Salo. Those are producers I work with. My homies that I work with. But we've been doing a lot, you know what I mean? It's been a lot of experiments and a lot of figuring stuff out, a lot of mastering the sound that I feel like people are clinging to with me, so we just want to make sure that this next run is one that people don't ever forget, you know what I mean? So yeah, I've been taking that real serious.
Yeah, and that brings me to a really good question I have is that surrounding yourself, like you mentioned with Cub Scout, Salo, you also have Big Homie P with you, your pops, Teo, Shatas, and Double Tevin. Is there any advice that they've given you or any feedback that you felt like this kept, like, either it may have not seemed a lot at the time, but you felt like, wow, like...
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. They all of them, each of them in different ways have told me that I have everything I need to be something, you know what I mean? And that doesn't sound like a lot coming from your homie sometimes, but I don't take that type of stuff lightly, and I do feel like they're all talented enough to where they don't have to, if they felt like they were wasting their time, they wouldn't waste it with me, you know what I mean? So I do believe that they definitely, yes, Yoko, they definitely turned a switch on, like, to where I started to realize that this is not, I'm not in a position to be acting like I'm not the artist that I can be, you know what I mean? So I've learned a lot, and I've the biggest advice Cub gave me, and I feel like everybody else has gave me in lack of better terms, is to relax. You know what I mean? I'm like my mind is all over the place all the time, you know what I mean? So not taking things so serious is kind of tough for me sometimes, because I am always thinking, and I am always trying to, like, think about the next move, and I am always, but sometimes, bro, it's cool to just relax,
Relaxing is probably good word to use to bring up the next thing. If we want, I definitely want to start with bringing up some of the content that you've made. Out of the first album that we've gotten from you as a listener was the Break from the City, which was the first album. But I want to say maybe the second piece of music that we got from the 2/11/19 tape.
Oh yeah.
Even that, that was something that we weren't expecting out, since at the time you were just dropping the Whatever Wednesday series. So being able to see that your first album, how was that feeling? Like
Break from the City or Until Next Time?
Or Break from the City?
It was a bittersweet time. I actually was I was figuring myself out a lot as an artist. I was figuring out the industry. I was figuring out a lot of stuff on my own with the thought process of trying to grow in a short period of time in a smaller market and trying to see why certain things weren't working. It was a lot of there was a lot of ups and downs that I had to deal with around the Break from the City time, and it's a lot of stuff I didn't understand, and it was kind of frustrating me, you know what I mean? And I felt like Break from the City had its moments with it though. That's why I said it's bittersweet. It showed me in certain times that I think that with the right moves I can be something special, you know what I mean? But I also felt like I feel like every time I dropped something I could have executed better as far as like musically, but that was one of those times where I was super hard on myself, you know what I mean? So I wanted to make sure people understood what I was trying to do with Break from the City. But it's a beautiful project. Me and Mufasa Enzor, that's my other homie from Houston. He's a producer. He's a special creator. You know what I mean? We made something very special, you know. Something I feel like led me to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
So I can't complain about it at all, you know what I mean? But I definitely did think I needed a break from the city, you know? Yeah. It's Connect for it. Yeah. This is a lot tougher.
Yeah.
Answering these like very specific questions and playing Connect 4 at the same time.
And then before we start this one, because I definitely want to bring up one of a few tracks from there that really stood out to me.
Break from the City?
Yeah.
Okay.
That really stood out to me to know more about yourself. Yeah. Because like I said, I mean, we first started noticing you was from the Whatever Wednesday series,
right? And
then seeing you break away from there to making your first album.
Yeah.
But with Time and Space, when I first heard it, I felt like this was a time where you felt like this was serious. You knew music would be your train of thought forward. Like, this is it. Like, there's no playing around. This is my realist.
Yeah.
Like,
it became my savior, like my safe haven. Like, I felt like at that time, I was dealing with a lot in life, and music kind of like, although it kind of like it was driving me crazy because I loved it so much and I wanted so much from it because I loved it so much. It changed my life from the aspect of my whole thought process about as a person changed. I decided to start working out because of music. I decided to become vegetarian because of music. I decided to focus more on life in general because of music, like different decisions and stuff like that. I stopped making certain decisions because I wanted a career in music. You know what I mean? So music, like, I have a tattoo on my wrist that says "You saved my life," and it has, instead of the S, it has a music note. But that was before I even put anything out. But I realized, like, around Break from the City time, bro, I wanted everything that I was saying in Break from the City. You know what I mean? Like, I really did. I didn't want to just be rapping no more. I wanted people to understand, like, I take this just as serious as anybody else. You know what I mean? But Time and Space was one of those records where that's really what I needed at that time. Like, I really did need time and space from everything just so I can. But like pandemic time, I was in the studio probably like I don't want to lie, but like probably like 50 to 60 hours a week. Yeah, like I would sleep there, I would wake up, I would focus on, I just wanted to break away from my normal life and just dedicate my life to something for once, you know what I mean? And music became one of my best friends, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, and then stay on the topic from, Break from the City. Who do you, which was the biggest question that you had asked, who do you do this for? Is it something that you still question now, or is it something that you have a little bit more of an answer, a more clear response for that?
Yeah, no, even at that time, I feel like I didn't know. It wasn't so much for me at that time, and it's never about me, bro, but I did realize I do know now who and why I do everything I do. You know what I'm saying? I have a very solidified answer to that question, and I try to represent it every time I go out and do everything. That's another reason why I don't have step when I'm performing. I don't have step with anything. It's just because, I mean, brother, keep it 100 with you. Like, I just feel like there's a lot of people from my side of town. There's a lot of like young people that are one, trying to figure themselves out, and two, feeling like the only way to figure themselves out is to build like a facade of what they're seeing with everything else. And I didn't grow up wanting to be a rapper, so I didn't look up to rappers. I looked up to nobody. I just looked up to basketball players on the court, my dad. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I didn't build a facade to try to escape reality. You know what I'm saying? But I completely understand it, and that's why I take the things I say in my music so serious, because I don't want a kid feeling like they can't be themselves to become who they are, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm such a big fan of Kanye and Drake, you know? Because I feel like they were the ones that showed me early on, like, oh, there's some normal rappers, you know what I mean? Even though, you know, Kanye's not a normal person, he's a genius, but early on, he was the only one that was being normal, you know? So I felt like Graduation really resonated with me, you know? That album really resonated with me, and I think that whenever I'm listening to my projects that I'm making, I definitely reference those albums, because there's something that I want to hit in every album, and I feel like if the element is missing, I need to listen to them to see what missing, because I feel like all of their albums can be played everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, no, I know why I do everything I do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm real tactical with that now. Thank God.
No, and like I said, that was one of the songs that really touched me. Just knowing you wanted an answer to this. At the time, you felt like you didn't have the answer. If somebody was to ask you, why you're doing this, you just didn't know what your response was. And that was one of the songs that I felt like you wore your heart on your sleeve.
Yeah.
And you let people know a little bit more about you without telling them, full everything out there.
It's crazy, bro. I told my mom last night when I worked at the Boys and Girls Club, when kids would do something that I didn't think made sense as far as like them getting in trouble, I would ask them, why'd you do that? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And if you couldn't give me an answer, and it's like, you don't need to do stuff like that. That's simple, but you'd be surprised how many kids from our side of town don't get asked, like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't know why they're doing some stuff. You know what I mean? And it's not an excuse, but at the same time, like, it's hard to build accountability if you don't know you're supposed to. You know? So it's like, I think that inadvertently, that's what that song, like, I remember when me and Mufasa made that song. We actually made that song on Instagram Live.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He was making the beat, and I was just like, damn, like, this is dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I remember that. That was a moment. We made that at Mr. Rogers' house.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more to that story. See?
That's my boy. Shout out Mr. Rogers.
Now, kind of how you mentioned it when we first started talking about Break from the Cities, that you had to deal with the pandemic, everything that you slept in the studio, you put all your time in the studio. Knowing now, out of a year later after that, you then started working on the project Until Next Time.
Right.
And you couldn't be able to do the same things that you could have done for Break the City. You couldn't do a physical promo run. You couldn't do live performances. It was just something that's out of your ability.
Right.
But when you got back to it Until Next Time, how did that transition well for you, or was it a little bit rocky going through it?
No.
No.
That was by far the easiest recording process I've ever had in my life. Like, me and Cub have been Cub Scout, of course. Me and Cub have been homies for I don't want to lie, probably he was there when I actually performed my first rap song ever, in front of people. It was just ironic though. He had just started producing, and one of my homies introduced me to him and was like, he's making beats, he like your music. I'm like, all right, cool. So we took his number, we would chop it up from here and there, you know what I'm saying? But we never did any music together. This is our first time doing music together with Until Next Time, yeah. But me and him have the same energy. He's like a brother to me, bro, and I felt like throughout the process of this, he really showed me, bro, recording music isn't that hard. You're talented, just take your time, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's really what came about me taking my time, just us making really good music that people can live with forever, because it was non-rushed. Everything felt right. We just had fun, you know what I mean? And Connect 4.
Oh,
I had to get my lick back, but no, I definitely it wasn't hard, bro. Nothing about that project was hard. There was not one song that I felt like we had to revisit because something didn't feel right. We recorded the music in probably a month for that project, and we were done with it. You know what I mean? It was a simple process, a quick process, and it was fun. You know what I mean?
and I know with tracks like Late Night Link, and then were some of the more R&B style tracks. I have this theory that you were super heavily inspired by Drake's Take Care album, because it sounded so similar, and it just sounded so just clear, that this was definitely something that you were listening to, and you were like let me just take this but wrap it around my way. Am I wrong with that?
I'm laughing
with that theory,
because you are.
Okay.
But the reason why I'm laughing is because, bro, my mom knows more than anybody. I didn't want to rap. I had no interest in becoming an artist. Mm-hmm. I wanted to sing. I was in a choir as a kid. But I'm obviously, I didn't grow up to be a singer. You know what I mean? Yeah. I write a lot of R&B music, but I wasn't really listening to any music when I made this project. Ironically, yeah, we were I was listening to beats with him. We would make a song. The first song we did was "Don't Worry." That was the first song I did with him. He was about to go out of town, and he was like, "You want to just try to record something today?" I was like, "Yeah." So we did "Don't Worry." I remember we did on the spot. That was a vibe. But I didn't really think of anything. Late Night Link came by accident. Mm-hmm. We were just recording, and I said the hook, and I just kept saying it, and I was like, "Bro, this is a vibe. This is something that I feel like I can perform because it's not too slow." And the verse it's only one verse, you know what I mean? So it's not something that'll bore the crowd. Let's run with this. And everybody liked it. So there's actually an extended version, floating in my notes somewhere.
Oh, okay.
The song was 3.5 minutes, but we cut it. But that's probably something I'll release someday. Sell it to my fans on a Dropbox link or something.
Hey.
Yeah, but yeah, I love Late Night Link, and I always get a good reaction from it from females at shows. So that's probably a song I'm always having rotation with, when I'm on tour and stuff like that.
Yeah, because like I said, I mean, hot take or not, I thought that was super inspired by that album itself.
That's super humbling though, because I love Take Care. Yeah. I was just telling him that's what Take Care is inspiring something else right now, but yeah, that I love Take Care. Take Care is, I actually had to stop myself from running to it this morning because I wanted to hear it so bad, but I was like, bro, I want to listen to some on tempo. But Take Care is one of the best albums, in my opinion, that ever came out. That second album, you know what I'm saying, for an artist that is just breaking in, Take Care is crazy, bro. What I mean? Connect 4.
Oh, I'm over here thinking nah. As soon as you stop talking, I'm about it. I didn't even see that was good.
But yeah, I didn't get inspired by much on this project. The only thing I was inspired by was just trying to outdo myself, to break from the city, you know. But that's super humbling. I appreciate that too.
Yeah, no, of course, man. And I know you talked about Cub Scout being a good part of the production on this. Now I have to ask, what is your favorite Cub Scout production that he hasn't done for you?
That he hasn't done for me?
Yeah.
That's a good question. There is. Let me think. Cub has. I'm gonna be honest with you. That brother has some amazing beats.
Oh yeah.
And my favorite beat from him might be a beat he sent me that I didn't do for Until Next Time, and it's called Tokyo Drift, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to think of a beat that he did for another artist that I love. I actually do like that song. You remember the name of that? It's called I'm Not Scared. I'm Not Scared. I love that song because I like YoungBoy, But that was like a different version of him, and I hadn't heard him make music like that in a while. And I think it might have been Cub and Bino on that beat, Bino the Builder. But yeah, I like that beat a lot. But Cub has a plethora of beats, bro. Like it would be so hard for me to tell you my favorite beat from him. My favorite beat from him on Until Next Time, him and Salo did You Know. I love that beat, and I love he caught me off guard with Don't Worry. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, because I hadn't heard that was one of the beats. He doesn't like playing me beats like that at that time because he knows those are easy songs for me to do. So he was trying to get me out my comfort zone. But Don't Worry, as soon as he played it like for a second and tried to skip over. I was like, no. you gotta send me that because I'm gonna do something with that. But yeah, Cub has a plethora of beats, bro.
Oh, yeah.
So many beats.
I know one of them was my favorite is the Buy track with No Tail Son. Like, that's one of my favorites.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I've always wanted to know, outside of your music, you being, close with him, you being linked up, like, well, you can always know, like, how well that you know somebody, like, when you know their catalog.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He didn't play me so many beats, bro. It sounds like I may just be talking, but when me and him are sitting and like I could be recording or he could be cooking up, he's made like 7 beats right in front of me. Then he'll go and listen to other beats and be, what you think? I'm like, yeah, this is hard, but like after a while it sounds like I'm being like sarcastic with him, but he'll play like 10 hard beats, all of them, like Salo, everybody. They just play beats over and over again that I like all of them. You know what I mean? I want them to send me all of them, but can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that I'm surrounded by very talented people, bro.
Yeah.
It's super humbling because it makes me wanna step up everything that I'm doing because I do hope to be just that talented. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I'm holding up my end of the bargain at the end of the day. But yeah, that was a very good question.
Yeah. When he gives you the beats, is it something that he already has you in mind for, or in the process of him cooking up all these beats, it's something that you he'll like go back to that one, or
it depends. We stay together, so it's
okay.
It's kind of like either it's times where I'm like I may not be at the house and he'll send me like 8 beats. He'll just text me 8 beats. And it's because he has me in mind for those. He thinks I'll sound good on those beats. But it's also times where I've gotten on his computer and like played his beats with him knowing, of course. But I'll get on his computer and play beats, and I'll just send them to myself and stuff like that. But it's like an open line of communication with that because he knows that we all on the same page with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not gonna say I have first dibs, but I damn near got first dibs.
Going more into like just the project as well, the visuals that you had.
Oh, the visualizers,
Everything that you had to it, like just they said visualizers, even the ones that you had outside of it. When the creative process comes for everything like this, where do you start, Connect Four? Where do you? I guess how does the creative process for you start without spilling too much of your sauce?
I'm a visual person, bro. I don't think my process is something I can give somebody and they'll do the same thing. But all of those songs, like the visualizers and stuff, as soon as we got done and we solidified what songs were coming out, all I had to do was listen to them one time, and I'm visual. I'm more visual than I am with the music side of it. Because I enjoy videos, I enjoy film and stuff like that. So a lot of times when I write the treatment for all my videos, I listen to the song one good time, normally in the car, when I'm running, or when I'm just sitting at the house. And out of those times, I normally end up with my treatment by the end of doing what after me listening to it. The treatment's there just because I know exactly what I see, you know what I mean? But with the visualizers, my homie Marco Locos Films in Houston, that's my boy. We just linked up. We shot a lot of those. We shot I think we shot all the visualizers in 2 days. 2 days, yeah. Yeah, we just mapped it out, and then we were both already in Houston, so we just knocked them out.
Okay.
Yeah, and we shot. I think the only one we didn't shoot was Notorious, but that's because we shot that in LA. So when we were in LA, we got some footage of us being in LA. So yeah.
having some of your visuals done in LA were some of the sickest things.
Yeah.
Because they definitely brought Texas out there to the West Coast.
Yeah.
And a little bit like I said, like just anytime you go anywhere, like you know you represent the city.
Always.
There's no ways.
Yeah.
There you go.
Neck boy. But it's crazy, bro. Nobody thinks I'm from here.
That's weird because, like I said, like you pretty much put it on you, like
I feel like I do a pretty swell job
Yeah.
of showing people that I'm from here. But I also know, like, even with me living here my whole life, I meet people from here and they never think I'm from here. Like, nobody ever thinks I'm from here. I don't know why. When I live in, like, everybody thinks I'm from LA. I've had a lot of people ask me, like, when I'm out there, like, where you from? Like, what part you from? Like, no, bro, I'm not from out here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've gotten like LA. Everybody thinks I'm from Houston, but I did live in Houston before I moved here. So, but yeah, LA is a beautiful place to me, bro. It's one of the places where I kind of I found myself musically as well. I actually made a song dedicated to LA.
Oh wow.
Cali.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because of like your sound? It's something that you wouldn't see from a San Antonio.
I grew up. West Coast music was
Yeah.
like, it's fun, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Even like a lot of the gang artists and stuff like that, gang member artists, they make some beautiful songs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been listening to Vince Staples nonstop.
Yeah.
And I think when they really tap into that LA sound, there's something that you can't duplicate in the and just being in LA, the vibe out there is so free. You know what I mean? Like Austin kind of reminds me of LA to a certain extent. You know what I mean? But LA is not just LA, California. I went to Malibu and we shot some Cali and Malibu, and like just being in Malibu, bro, we just sat out there for like 30 minutes and we're just looking into the water. I'm like, damn, like, bro, we gotta change our life, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it makes you think that because it's like the city of dreamers, bro. Like everybody goes to LA trying to change their life, but it really makes it feel like you can do it out there, bro. Like you can see anybody, bro. I seen Jadakiss at Cookies. It's like, bro, I would never seen Jadakiss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I still regret not talking to him. But I saw Jadakiss at Cookies. I see celebrities all the time down there, and it just lets you know, bro, they're human just like me. I can do exactly what they did, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I love LA, bro. To keep it simple, but yeah.
That's one of the places, you know, I definitely would love to not say end my career, but would want to just have a home out there.
Yeah, I would definitely like to have a home, but I couldn't live there, bro. I need more greenery. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I would say I'm definitely like I need land. I like space. I don't want neighbors. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got dogs, bro. So I want
Like the
them.
secluded.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? Who knows? I'll probably end up in like Maine or something, like somewhere where it's like super like, or like what's it in New York? The outskirts of New York. I keep dropping these shit. I can't think of what it's called, but I'm not really a city person, bro. You know what I mean?
The reason why I asked about the videos is that if you ever look into ever getting like third party, you know, support on it, because you know we've been thinking about an idea for you on doing a music video.
Really?
Yes, it's an interesting take. I know we talked about this a little bit before, you know, having a little bit of a comical side of. But so I mean, you gotta hear me out.
I'm listening.
It's gonna be an interesting idea. But,
I'm listening.
So I think it'd be a cool concept. If there was you in a circle.
That's
The 8 show.
hard.
And it'd be something to, not as an actual music video, but something to help you promote the next thing. It wouldn't be something that you say as a music video, but if people want an announcement from you that's going to be out of this world or something outside the box, I always thought that'd be a super dope concept to see from you, because you saw these two. I mean, obviously you've grown out of these two people already. We've talked about how you want to be better than you were last.
Definitely.
And I think that will be like the perfect opportunity to see where you've gone in your growth, and then know that. I mean, it's all still within, but
yeah, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. We was riding out today in Houston, bro, and I'm playing like my new music, the music we had just got through doing the other weekend. But I was just like, damn, like I spoke myself into this artist, bro. Like and I keep speaking on my side of town, bro. But like, well, coming from where I come from, bro, like, and if you never lived over there, there's not always a lot of promise with talent. You know what I mean? And I believed in myself so much, bro, and I worked so hard. Like, I'm seeing myself, like, I'm hearing myself become something that, if that wasn't me, I would still love listening to it. You know, I was running to my notes today, like unreleased music and stuff. I'm like, damn, bro, like, I'm getting there. You know what I mean? And I love it because it's like, it was at one point, bro, where it was so hard doing this music, bro. I lost the fun in it because I was working myself so hard to try to get to that point. But it's like now, it's like it's coming together and it's making me happy because but we spoke it into existence and we just worked, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm trying to lay a blueprint the whole time because I don't have a blue check on Instagram. But it's like, bro, like we did that Until Next Time event, bro. We packed that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, and it's all off love. These are people bro, I've seen people that I went to like elementary school with in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, how have you been? Like, but it's just crazy. Like, I love that we're impacting people because if I wasn't, I wouldn't enjoy doing this. You know what I mean? But the city is definitely behind me in a way that I love, and it's not a way that's extremely popular, like a popular thing. I never really been a popular person, but it's impacting. Yeah. And that's my vibe. You know what I'm saying? As long as we're impacting people, bro, that's all I care about. I don't really care about much else. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's moving in a direction that I love. The music is, and me outdoing my older self, I feel like I'm like, there's no way. A Break from the City version of me, bro, he had no chance. Like, it's crazy.
I'm glad you said the popular thing because I've always used there's a line that Jay Electronica says where we said in high school he was voted the most popular by the unpopular, and I always felt like that perfectly describes like myself.
Facts.
Because it was never the thing where I used to get hassled all the time in high school because my music taste.
Yeah.
Everyone in high school at the time were Drake and Lil Wayne. You couldn't tell them anything less.
Oh, you couldn't tell me nothing about Drake in high school.
Yeah. So I was giving out artists. I was telling my parents that, hey, I'm staying at a friend's house. And I wasn't. I was going to Austin to these shows. I was going to see Kendrick Lamar, Tyler the Creator.
Man, I wish I hung out with you in high school, bro.
So like, I was at these shows, and when I come back, I'm telling people like, look, I was in a room with Kendrick Lamar, 16 people only. Like, this guy's gonna be huge, and like, they're like, nah. It's like, this man's not gonna go nowhere. It's like, he's not gonna out top Drake or Lil Wayne or this is
What school you went to?
John Jay High School. Yeah.
Bro, I was a LimeWire baby, so I listened to everything. You know what I'm saying? My favorite rapper was Wale. I was a huge Drake fan, but at that time, nobody could tell me anything about Kanye. Nobody could tell me anything about Wale. I loved Kid Cudi in high school. I loved Snoop. I loved Doggy Style. I loved Biggie, and I loved R&B. You know what I mean? That was probably, and J. Cole. Oh my God, bro, I love J. Cole in high schoa. I still love J. Cole, but I didn't have the same music taste as, I wasn't a radio kid. Like, I'm not listening to nothing that I damn near was pissed when my favorite artist would make a song that was on radio. I don't know why, but I would be mad. I'm like, bro, I'm not listening to that. Like, I only want them to make music that I feel like is for me. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah,
like, shout out to my grandparents because they paid every time like I gave a virus downloading something on LimeWire.
Oh man, my mama has no idea. I broke all of our computers, bro. I broke the computer at our house and I broke the computer over there. I was LimeWire. Oh my goodness, I didn't even know why I was messing up. Yeah, it just started running slower. I'm like, bro, whatever. I'm gonna keep downloading stuff.
I blame on other things. I'm like, you know what? I think my cousin might have been looking at something he was supposed to.
Right.
I was like, I'm never on. I just watched the news on here, grandma.
Bro, and I was on dial-up. Oh, I was going crazy on LimeWire, bro. Anytime I find out about a new artist, I type their name in and download everything. Yep. Everything they had anything. You remember the Bill Clinton thing?
Yes. Yes. And I tell my girl that story all the time. You understand? I was like, I downloaded so much stuff that you see something and you're like, nah, this isn't real. Yeah. And you still download it and you know you're gonna get that, but you're still gonna try.
It would be like Drake featuring like somebody that I know he's not on a song with. I'm like, bro, I have to hear this. Not a real song. Yeah, like, but yeah, no, LimeWire was a vibe. I definitely had different music taste than all my friends. I wasn't into like, no disrespect to Tyga, but like, remember the Tyga wave was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Well Done and all that stuff.
Coconut juice.
Couldn't get into it, bro. You know what I mean? I felt like I was my grandpa raised me listening to like what is it? Soft rock. Like 70s music, 60s music and stuff like that. We would ride around listening to like it was like them old songs, bro, like them like segregation songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was his vibe though. And so when I grew up, I didn't really listen to a lot of the raunchy rap, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I think that's why my style is the way it is now. You know what I mean? A lot of gospel, a lot of R&B, and a lot of soft rock. That was my vibe. I didn't listen to no rap till like 7th grade.
Wow. What was the first thing you came
Chameleonaire.
Chameleonaire?
6th grade. It was Chameleonaire. My homie gave me a Chameleonaire when he was dissing Mike Jones. I didn't know who Mike Jones was, but I was like, dang, like Chameleonaire going crazy on Mike Jones. And I remember Chameleonaire called me, bro.
Really?
My uncle. Shout out my Uncle Lance, bro. Chameleonaire. He was close with Chameleonaire. He was actually in the Game Over video.
Really?
Yeah, my uncle was in the Game Over video. He called me. And he was like, this dude. He was like, hey, somebody want to talk to you. I'm like, okay, bro. It's like 11 at night. I'm asleep. My dad wake me up. He's like, what's up, man? I'm like, who is this? He was like, it's Chameleonaire, bro. Like, your uncle told, like, Lance told me you a fan, whatever. I'm like, wow. Bro, I was so hyped. I knew nobody was gonna believe me though.
Yeah.
That was live. Yeah. Super crazy moment.
Dang. I mean, would you ever want to do a song with Chameleonaire?
Bro, I'll do a song with anybody that I looked up to. Yes. Just to say I did it. You know what I mean? Those are just things you gotta do. Chameleonaire running it up. I got a link with him, bro. He making that bread.
He is.
Yeah.
Left rap and became a billionaire.
That's what it's about though, bro. That's what it's about.
I don't know if it's my turn or your turn.
It's yours.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I'm over here talking away.
Man.
But,
I got a Smooth Connect 8.
oh, that's good. Dang. You were just waiting.
I was waiting, but I wasn't trying to look at the spot where I needed to go because I didn't want you to see it. But yeah,
That's good.
that's a decent tactic,
Yeah.
right? I learned that from Chip.
Start, just a little bit about like your growth and everything. Like we mentioned at the beginning, you started off, with the Whatever Wednesday series with Juice. Did you ever go back and see some of like the videos and like, damn, like, this is where I started? Now to seeing like,
Sometimes I do it when other people want to hear them. You know what I mean? But like me, like even like my older music, like bro, like once I put something out, I listen to it a few times to make sure it's right. But I'm not really a big fan of living in the past for real. Like that's like a I think it all really stems from not growing up like with the idea of being an artist. You know what I mean? I don't really care that much about like what I've done already. I want to like see where I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? But I went and watched my mom asked me to play my when I did the remix to Nonstop.
okay,
And she loves that song. She raps my version every time Drake's comes on, but which is super humbling. Shout out my mom. But yeah, bro, I watch them sometimes. All I look at, bro, when I watch them, I'm like, bro, I had no idea what the hell I was doing, bro. As far as like an artist, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't marketable. I wasn't. I was a great lyricist, but it's only so much you can do with that. I feel like the only reason why I really felt like I wanted to stop doing those is because I felt like I was so much more than what I was doing. I felt like I was kind of being lazy. You know what I mean? I wanted to do more, but I am not opposed to the idea of bringing that back at some point when everything else is together. Just dropping more music at a rapid rate like that one year just to see if I can do it again. You know what I mean? At some point, but I did enjoy that time, bro. It was fun. You know what I mean?
because I think the one thing that I took away from it all was the fact that you were consistent. There wasn't one Wednesday that you missed.
We did that for like a year and a half, bro.
Yeah, and I remember you like keeping me on my toes. Like when I first started writing,
Yeah.
I was like, well, I know there's something to drop on Wednesday, so I gotta make sure my time is.
Bro, I appreciate that too. That was like, you're the first person to ever write about me in feel like at all. And every time I felt like a superstar, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, damn, like, and I would share it, and like my family, bro. That's the thing. Like people I grew up with, my family, they would DM me like, bro, like you on, bro. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm not, but I feel like it, bro. But like, yeah, I appreciate that for real.
Oh yeah, man. No, like I said, once we came across it, it even struck me too that when you said like, "Oh, I'm from San Antonio," I was like, this guy, I was like, he sounds super lyrical with it, and he's just coming off like he's just super hungry, like, and this might be another humbling effect to you, but something like when you first heard like so J. Cole come out during like this is before was it the come like this is like during the
I
come up,
remember
yeah.
the freestyles he would like do in the street. And
Yeah,
stuff
like the
that.
was it the Simba joint?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, Simba. Yeah,
And that's how hungry you sounded.
yeah.
And I was like I said, I was just flabbergasted that someone from the city was coming out like this. And I was like, well, you know, I hope this is something that we see more from. And then from there, like I said, every Wednesday was something to always expect.
God was working, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like, that hunger, once you're like that, it's like, once you actually step into being an artist and you see what the business and everything, a bit of it kind of dilutes a little bit, just because you're so, like, especially if you have to get your business together, like, without signing and stuff, there's a lot you need to learn, and it kind of makes the lyricist part, in some instances, it makes you dilute a little bit. I'm just super thankful that God let me get back, Connect Four.
Oh.
That God let me get back into that hunger though, because there's some artists that don't get that back, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I did, and I'm excited about it. But no, I was definitely hungry. Like it was some 16s that I got on there. I'm definitely gonna have to use for something else, because some of those were like, wow. Like, I was astounded that I did those, but it was no thought process behind it. I was just enjoying rapping. You know what I mean? Like enjoying the real. That kind of gives me an idea for something. I'm gonna have to talk to Salo about when we get in the car. but yeah, no, I definitely enjoy rapping a lot. You know what I mean? Like they'll tell you, like Cub and all of them, anytime they're making a beat, if I'm anywhere in the house, I come to wherever they're at making the beat and just freestyle for like the whole time they're making the beat. And I know they're trying to make the beat, but I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? It's just so fun. But
I mean, obviously you can tell. I mean, just by the success of the albums that we.
okay. I
thought you got it.
No, I made a bonehead decision.
Oh.
Wasn't thinking. Yeah, it's all good. It's fine. Yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah.
But what was he saying?
But yeah, no, and to really just come towards the little bit of the end here for us, I do want to just ask. I know you said that you couldn't share too much of what you have coming next.
Yeah.
But is there anything that we could get as, I guess, as a little bit of, not like I guess like the appetizer to what of what we can expect from you? Like I said, without spilling too much of your secret sauce on it. Like, is there anything that you could share?
I will just say a bulk of music.
A bulk of music.
Yeah, and I won't. I'm not gonna distinct you to a number or anything like that. But I will tell you, I have a note. I have a note. They have a note. We all have notes of music from me, and it's like stemming back to early last year. Probably got like 60 joints in there of music that we are thinking about plotting it out. But there's a lot of music that has not been heard yet from me that we're testing out when we do. Like South by was really like, for me, South by was just basically had a business meeting trying to figure out which one is next, you know what I mean? But I went out there, we did some joints, and the ones that I was thinking about got a really good response. So now we're just plotting out how we gonna go about it. But I feel like it hasn't even been that long, because we put it until next time out like 5 months ago. What is it? April, so 4 months, 6 months ago. So, and we put Dying For You out this year. But I think it's time for me to show everybody what I've been working on, what we all been working on, because even just me and Salo alone, we probably did like close to 10 songs in the past few days. So it's like we're in a good mode right now. God is working, bro. We got some good music coming though. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Because we still got meetings and stuff we gotta have. But I will tell you that there's a lot of music that hasn't been heard yet.
Oh yeah, no, trust me. It as much as we've connected over, I'm still a fan at the end of the day. So
Man,
I
thank
still want to be just as surprised.
Yeah.
I don't treat you as somebody who, like I said, like I know.
Mm-hmm.
I treat you as an artist. At the end of the day, you work hard to perfect it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, send me all your exclusives. Like,
Yeah.
No, like I actually want to hear like how this all comes out.
Yeah.
Because like we've talked before, where your rollouts are some of the most insane pieces of outside. Like just if we really had to like break it down, like that's just one of the interesting parts about you. And then you still got all this other music to enjoy. Like that's insane.
Thank you, bro.
Process. So
Yeah. It's I really credit it as I'm getting older, bro. A lot of this stuff, it is me, but I know it's coming from a higher place because I have no interest in, God willing, with me working the way I'm working, I'm gonna be famous at some point, but my interest isn't there. You know what I mean? My interest is, even my name alone, bro, it doesn't stand for me. You know, like I'm focusing on building something for myself, my family, my city. Like that's where myself plays in. Like me leaving that blueprint for them, my kids seeing their dad be cool. You know what I mean? Like so like that's what I'm focusing on. So I appreciate that. I feel like things are aligning though. And God willing, bro, it's gonna be a crazy ride. You know what I mean?
And seeing how far you've gotten here in your journey, is there something that you wish you would have known back then that you had to learn now?
Bro, the only thing I wish I would have known earlier on was I don't have to listen to anybody if I don't want to, for one. And for two, relax, bro. Like I really would tell, but it's hard to relax when you don't know. But I wish I would have at a younger age, I wish I would have taken my creative aspects more serious. You know what I mean? Because I have a lot of creative things that I enjoy doing, but when you're in a smaller market, you don't know a lot of creative people like firsthand, it makes it kind of difficult sometimes because you feel like it's impossible. But it's not impossible if somebody else is doing it. You know what I mean? But I feel like my younger self was, one, lazy, and two, I was just like lost, you know. But it's okay to be lost.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is get found. You know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah, relax, bro. That's all I would tell my younger self because, bro, I was so scatterbrained, bro. You know what I mean? Like looking up to the people I looked up to. Tyler Creator's on that list. You know what I mean? Of people that he was young like me, homies around him like me. He was like he wanted his hand in everything like I do, but he made it happen. You know what I mean? So I always felt like if he could do it, I could do it too.
Yeah.
You know, but the main thing I would tell my younger self is, bro, just relax and figure it out. You know what I mean? Life is gonna happen. Just relax and figure it out, bro. It's fine. You know.
That's always a good sign of growth that you've seen from yourself. And is it mine or?
It's yours.
Okay. I'm just going on rambling on.
Nah, bro. Like I love this. I love this process of growing though. I feel like I'm getting older and I'm just enjoying life right now. Just trying to get it to the point to where we don't have to answer to nobody but our fans. You know, that's all we're trying to. I feel like that's what we're all trying to get to. It's gonna be one of them games that go down to the wire,
Yeah.
as it should. The last one.
And is there anything that you would want to? I know music right now is a focus for you, but is there anything outside of music that you want to, put your hands in or like just start setting up for?
If I gave you a list, that list would be so long, bro. Like there's so many things that I'm going to do at some point. I will say the first one is, I'll just simply say clothing. And clothing and shoes. That is, anybody that knows me will tell you that's been my first interest my whole life. Like I've always been into clothing. I've always been into shoes. I was into shoes since before I could purchase my own shoes. I used to go into my mom's I used to go into my mom's room with East Bay magazines, bro, as a kid. And I just used to man. Tough times, you know what I mean? It's all good. Oh my god, you gotta connect 5 to end the game on. But yeah, bro, shoes and clothing. I think that will be my one of my next biggest steps. I actually have stuff that I'm planning on getting done for the brand, for my brand, for everything. I'm actually wearing one of my own hats right now.
I know. I was about to say. I was like, that's.
Yeah, but we're getting a lot of stuff together for the brand, for myself, for everything. But definitely film and clothing is what I'm looking at next. So that's what I'm gonna building a brand around that of its own entity. That way it doesn't tie directly into me. I just wanna enjoy it without it being like so 7098 Ford. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. So that's always been a big dream of mine. So that's gonna be something that I step into next, for sure.
No, I mean, yeah. I appreciate you on this, man. Like I said, I've learned a lot about you. I felt like you got to share a lot too.
Yeah.
I always try to like look at interviews that you've done before, or just any artist, and always try to do something different. So
I will admit, bro, you did a very good job of asking me questions. It's throwing me off guard for one, and for two, I haven't been asked a lot of those questions before, so I appreciate it.
yeah,
And this is dope. If you ever do Clue or like Monopoly, something that involves multiple people, I would love to be involved.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
We'll for sure, because we'll definitely get Cub here. We'll definitely, have
Oh, yeah.
Salo next time.
Yeah.
We'll, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have, I can also, see Tevin doing this too. with
Yeah.
us. So,
Yeah. Bring Tevin so I can beat him in everything we play.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
We'll definitely do this again, man. But like I said, it was fun. I don't know where the score was at on this. I hope
think
Skrills was paying attention.
He definitely probably beat me. I feel like you beat me one more game than I beat you.
Okay.
So it's all good.
Oh yeah, because it is gonna stay above our heads.
Yeah, it's gonna count them off.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
But
Your show. It's only, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's only right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell everyone, you let me win.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
We'll just say that. But if you definitely just want to end it off just by giving a shout out, to your own camera, just to let anybody know what they can expect from not from you, but just not from you now, because
Okay.
I know we gonna find that out later on in
Okay.
the near future. But if you just want to just
Alright, y'all. This is 7098. And I did take some L's today, but that's fine. I'm here with Bored as Fuck with Waves Movement, and this is a beautiful segment. I can't wait to be back here again because I gotta redeem myself, man. I gotta redeem and be ready for more music. That's all I'm gonna say. Be ready for more music.
appreciate that again, man. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
We out.